What's going on, guys? It's Dave again. I am back today doing a build for my friend Ryan. Ryan is actually the brother of Brandon, which was the last build video I posted. And he's been gaming and streaming off his Xbox now for well over a year, I think 2 years, maybe even 3 years now. He hit me up about a month ago and asked if I could do a build for him. But I told him it was basically impossible because I just can't get graphics cards right now. Lucky enough though, one of our mutual friends lives near a micro center and just happened to get one. So he let me buy it off of him and now we're doing a whole build. So I got Ryan a Corsair iCUE 465X RGB case. I got him an MSI MPG Gaming Edge Wi-Fi X570 motherboard. We're gonna use an AMD Ryzen 5600X processor. To cool it, I have a Corsair H150i 360mm Radiator. For the graphics card, I got an MSI Ventus RTX 3060. Thank you, Alex. And for RAM, we have a Corsair Vengeanve RGB Pro 3200 MHz DDR4. We're going to use a Crucial MX500, that's 1 terabyte. I tried to get an NVMe, but it just wasn't possible with the budget that he had given me. And to power everything, I got a Corsair RM750. So if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button since it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that said, let's build.
MSI has been good to me in the past, so I got Ryan an MSI MPG Gaming Edge Wi-Fi X570 motherboard. This is a minor complaint, but I do have to say that MSI, you could definitely punch out a hole in the NVMe heatsink cover to get to the middle screw. There was no reason at all that I should have to remove the entire cover just to get to the last screw. Since GPUs are taking up so much of the cost right now for builds, the only way I can still get a good CPU chip is by going with either an Intel i5 or, in this case, an AMD Ryzen 5600X. I am sure there is someone out there wondering why I chose a 360mm Radiator for a 5600X since it seems like complete overkill. Well, you would be correct. It is overkill. But I know Ryan has plans to eventually get a better chip, such as a 5900X, because he wants to start gaming and streaming from his PC. So if and when he upgrades and gets one, he will already have sufficient cooling. After throwing some Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut on the CPU, I got the pump lock installed using the massive pain in the butt but included hook screws. Once I got the thumb screws snug, I switched the top plate cover over to the see-through clear one because Ryan has an unhealthy desire to stare at unicorn puke colors all day. To meet Ryan's budget, I had originally spec'd black G-Skill Ripjaws RAM in this, but once again, due to his burning desire to have as much RGB as possible in the computer, he did compromise and splurge a little extra to get the Corsair Vengeanve RGB Pro RAM. In all honesty, it's good RAM. I have used the Vengeanve RGB Pro RAM in multiple builds now without any issues. Once again, I have to give a big shout out to my friend Alex for hooking me up and getting this RTX 3060 from our local micro center. Once that was in, I got the Crucial MX500 1TB SSD installed in the hard drive bay area, but that is only because none of the included SATA power cables that come with the Corsair RM750 are flat enough to utilize one of the dedicated 2.5-inch drive slots. I got the Commander Core installed using one of those 2.5-inch drive slots, so that is a sacrifice, but oh well. Got all the wiring done, and finally, the build is done. I think this build will take the crown as my favorite build I have done so far this year. Even though I do not care much for RGB anymore, I think for someone who does, the parts used in this build are a great choice and will maintain a visually appealing look for quite some time. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.